Studio 41 Football Recap Live is brought to you by Studio 41 Home Design Showroom. 13 locations, studio41.com. Vertical, in business since 1985. Chicago's chimney experts for chimney cleanings, masonry work, gas logs. Verticalchimney.com. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, the official truck partner of the Chicago Bears. Hooters. At Hooters, originality isn't just one thing, it's everything. World-famous wings and more, served up by the iconic Hooters girl. Hooters, always original. Dr. Pepper, an American original, just like our Chicago Bears. Grab an ice-cold, refreshing Dr. Pepper today at a McDonald's near you. Special Olympics Illinois. Special Olympics Illinois, so I did. Learn more at SOILL.org. Apt. For the best appliances for football season, shop at Apt. Pleasing people since 1936. Find them at apt.com. Four Seasons. Heating, plumbing, air conditioning, and electric. For all the right reasons, Four Seasons. The Illinois Tollway. If you're a true Chicago fan who loves speed and efficiency, join the team that always wins. Sign up for iPass today. Driving to the Bears game? You get a 50% discount on your tolls with iPass. Welcome into Studio 41 Football Recap Live with my guy, the great Tom Waddle. I got to get that Bears helmet in the shot. Alex Brown will join us in a little bit. I'm David Kaplan. Bears fall in a tough one, 42-38, as their game-winning drive falls just a little short. Let's go right to our Four Seasons. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Game day breakdown for all the right reasons. Four Seasons. Tommy, all week long, you and I were both on the same page that it was going to be a game that the over was going to cash. And it was 52.5 at kick. It opened at 48.5. I didn't think it would get to 80, but it did. And the Bears, I don't remember in my lifetime, no disrespect to the 6 years you played in Chicago, I never felt that this way I do now over about the offense.
You son of a bitch. No, I'm kidding. Listen, I don't blame you. I haven't either. I mean, look, when was the last time you watched a Bears team go to Santa Clara or San Francisco or wherever the 49ers were playing at whatever time and got involved in a shootout? I mean, it's a new era. Look, Cap, no, not to jump ahead here, but this is a championship caliber offense. Yeah. I can't say that about the defense, but in terms of their offense, this is an offense that you can win it all with. So, I mean, we'll get to that later, but, this is kind of how I thought this game was going to play out in Santa Clara. As we talked last week, neither defense is elite. San Francisco, I'll say this, though. Both teams have really accomplished outstanding defensive coordinators. They're just playing with less than 52 cards in their deck, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Their best card in their deck tore his knee up in Nick Bosa.
Yeah, well,
we don't have an elite card in our deck.
Well, and the other ace in their deck is Fred Warner, and Fred Warner's been out.
Another one, all pro.
So we kind of knew that the Bears offense versus the 49er defense was going to be a mismatch that favored us. We also knew that the 49er offense facing that Bear defense was going to be a mismatch that favored the 49ers. So I think we all kind of figured this was going to be a shootout, and it would come down to some stuff that was unrelated to either team's offense. Maybe it would come down to penalties. It would come down to turnovers, takeaways, and all the other stuff. But I think for me, Cap, disappointed in the outcome, not demoralized. And I think I've said that a couple of times.
There's a big difference.
Yeah, you never want to lose, but you go to San Francisco. That offense is red hot out there right now. Again, defensively, they've got some issues. But, the other thing is I've watched the film now a couple of times, and I got to tell you, if you're a football junkie, That's football porn. Like if you watch what
Those
Shanny's
play
doing,
callers, oh man.
you watching what Shanny's doing against the defense that's not 100% ready, and you're looking at what Ben Johnson's doing against that defense that is not a great defense as well. Like the schemes that were involved and the actual execution from the young quarterbacks, it was really cool to watch. I wish they would have come out and won the game, but like I said, I wasn't demoralized by the outcome.
Oh, look who joined us. As long as I can get a hold of Karamar Brown, I know I can run your ass down.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's our guy, Alex Brown. So we're talking about the loss to San Francisco, and I thought Tommy put it best. Not demoralized, but disappointed. When we lost 52-21 to the Lions, I was demoralized. When they blew the game to the Vikings, I was demoralized. This one, I wasn't. I thought it was a hell of a ball game.
No, it was. It was a really good ball game. We're talking about a team that they're looking to go to the Super Bowl. They're looking to go win a Super Bowl. And you go into their place, I get it. They're missing Kittle. They're missing one of their top offensive players. But so are we. I mean, we're missing Rome. And I don't know what's going on with DJ, but it doesn't seem quite.
Well, he was sick. Those guys were sick.
Okay. So there we go. So we're not 100%. They weren't 100%. And I mean, you can really look at that game and say we kind of let that game get away. I know everybody talks about the fourth down play that happened, but I think it was 2 plays before that, maybe the second down where he missed the receiver when Caleb missed the guy wide open. I thought he could have walked in the end zone. I think we had plenty of chances to win that game. So when we're talking about, I walked away from that game like excited in the sense of, yeah, I hate losing now. I hate losing, but it let me know that we can beat anybody.
I thought, guys, too, it was just another reminder, and we've talked about this a lot this year. You've got the quarterback, you've got the coach, you got a future. It's a really simple equation. When you can move forward with the quarterback and feel confident with him, and he's being developed by a coach the caliber of Ben Johnson, then you've got a bright future. And I think that, despite the loss on Sunday, they've won 11 games. Think about, Alex, think about the week as well. You come from behind and win just an unbelievable game against your top rival at home. Then you learn you're going to go to the postseason. Then you learn you are actually the division champ. Then you have Christmas. Then you fly across the country and you try not to let down. So, look, I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just giving you the reality that, this was a physically, mentally, and emotionally taxing week for them. And they were in this to the final stinking second of the game.
They were. And, DJ was wide open on that last play. But there's no way, as Caleb has 2 guys bearing down on him, he's surveying here. He's not going to see a guy 35 yards to the other side of him.
Caleb was in San Jose. DJ was in San Francisco. That was never going to happen. And the one thing I would say to DJ, don't jump up and down. Flow to the quarterback the way that that Colston Loveland did on the free play they had earlier. DJ just kind of stood in the corner on the complete opposite side of the field and was jumping up and down instead of, like the scramble drill is just you find the flow of where your quarterback's going. But either way, that ball wasn't going to him.
By the way, Enrique wants to know how the couch is, brother. The couch, the love sack that we bought is stellar. I was just upstairs watching Forensic Files and the Illini game and had a good old time.
Alex, have you ever bought anything in your life and left the store without knowing that it was your responsibility for putting the fucking item you bought together?
No, absolutely not.
I had no idea that it was that big a train wreck.
You really thought that they were going to bring it to you assembled?
No,
you really
I thought that they would assemble it.
I mean,
and then my son, who has one, said, "It'll take you and mom at least 6 hours." He said that last night. We worked for almost 5 and went to bed at 1:30. And I said, "Okay, box this thing up. I'm returning it. I want it sent back. We're done." And then the CEO of Lovesack, Sean, saw me tweeting and posting on Instagram, and Barstool Big Cat calling him out in a very profane way. And he sent me a direct message late last night. Hey, man, I don't need this smoke anymore. I'll have somebody at your house tomorrow. And he did. And the couch it's so great.
Well, now that you mentioned that, I mean, can I talk to Sean?
Yeah.
Hey, I need a couch. I can use a couch.
Well, I paid for the couch.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
I smell a sponsorship, Alex. I smell a
100%.
sponsorship.
Yeah, welcome into Studio 41 Football Recap Live, presented by Lovesack. Yeah,
that'll work. It sounds great. Has a good ring to it. You know?
It does. Instead of the coach's corner, you got the couch's corner.
That's it. All right, let me get back to what we're talking about. The apt ABT player of the game. If I said to you two guys, you could pick, I actually picked two. I went co-players of the game. Who would you guys give it to?
That's simple for me. It was Brock Purdy. I've been a Brock Purdy skeptic at times because I think he's a little careless with the football. I thought Caleb played a brilliant game. If you watch that game again on tape, the kid in the other uniform played an even better game. And that's saying a lot because Caleb played exceptionally well. I don't know.
I gave it to McCaffrey and Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, McCaffrey
181 yards of all-purpose yardage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Brock Purdy was responsible for what, 5 touchdowns?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
No, he was responsible for, he hit Juszczyk, Jawan Jennings, and he ran 2, and he had 4.
Okay.
And the 5th, McCaffrey ran in.
I mean, at 42-38, I mean, hell, there's a lot of people that had really good games, right? I mean, Luther Burden, he had a hell of a game too. So I think you could pick between 4 or 5 guys, but I think Brock Purdy probably. I mean, there were situations where
he hit Tonjes. You're right, Tommy. 5.
Yeah, there were situations where if he doesn't get away from the pressure that the Bears are giving, like he'd get away from that pressure and immediately make the Bears pay for not getting him to the ground. So I'm gonna go with Purdy. I really don't like him. I think he is. I'm telling you, I think he is. He's
had 10 touchdowns in 6 days. How can you not like him?
Because I don't think he can throw the football, man. I really don't. I don't think he has an arm strength to throw the football. I think you can take advantage of that because you don't have to cover a part of the field because he's not going to push the ball 40 yards down the field. He's not going to do it. That's just not who he is. So you don't have to play that. So I thought the Bears are going to take advantage of that. I thought we'd get our hands on a couple more passes. As soon as we got the interception on the first play, I text you. I was like, I think we're going to get a couple more because I think that's where you take advantage of that team because they're so good in a lot of different places. And offensively, I think that's where you have to go because CMC is a dude. He's a dude. It doesn't matter what you do. He's really good.
I think to beat a team like San Francisco, you gotta pressure the quarterback. It's the same thing for me, like with Green Bay. Look, I get it. Every quarterback in the league is bothered by pressure. Some are bothered by pressure more than others. Like Caleb is bothered by pressure, but he can escape the pressure, get out of the pocket, and make positive plays. Other quarterbacks can't do that. Brock Purdy, if you pressure him, he's going to throw it to you. So, if you're going to face the 49ers, got to find a way to pressure them more than you did. I mean, there are other quarterbacks that, again, I think this weekend you'll face Jared Goff. Their offensive line is not playing very well. They're banged up. Goff does not like to have people in his face. If you can find pressure, he'll throw it up for grabs as well. That's just been our problem. And I wish Alex had more snaps. Like probably does have more snaps left in his body, but like they need to hire somebody that can get to the opposing quarterback because our guys.
You put me on the field. The only thing gonna snap is me. Shit.
That's right. You know what else will snap? You right to the bank to get that check when they deposit it.
That is true, but I'm not sure that I'm coming back for what Phillip Rivers came back for, and he's getting paid what he's getting. I'm just not doing it.
What did he get? $1 million?
No, $8 million.
No, it was prorated. So I think it was getting like $70,000 a game or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm not spitting on $70,000 a week. All I'm saying is He doesn't have to, his hamstrings don't have to fire for him to play the position he play. Mine does. So, and I don't have any more fire in my hamstrings. It's over.
I would think if I said to Karamar Brown, your wife, hey, Alex can get $70,000 a week, she would push you out the door immediately.
100%. Yes, 100. Like,
now he did get the health insurance that you get for 5 years after you're done playing.
Yeah, but then
that is clock.
Yes, it'll reset my clock for going into Canton, man. I don't know if I need to do that, man. You know,
says here that Rivers is making a prorated veteran minimum of $278,000 and change for the final weeks of the 2025 season. So I don't even know what that means. Players, you guys are right. I thought he was getting paid more than that, but I guess
he was only there like 4 weeks. I thought he got, I don't know, it's close to $1 million.
Hell, he's getting overpaid, whatever the hell it is, because I watched him play. He's getting overpaid. Yeah. He is definitely not the Phillip Rivers that I remember.
No, he's done.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to start the other kid, and rightfully so. They're going to start Riley Leonard, I think is his name, from Notre Dame
this week.
For week 18.
Yeah, Rivers will be the backup. All right, let's talk about what we watched from the defense, because all kidding aside, the defense was pathetically bad. It just looked to me like they couldn't get any pressure. McCaffrey had his way with them, 181 total yards, north of 100 rushing. And then on top of it, boy, Brock Purdy may not push the ball down the field, but when you gave him a window to hit Tonjes, he was hitting them all night long.
Yes, he was. He was. And they're a good football team. Whenever you have a good quarterback on the opposing team, we have to get pressure. And that's something with this particular defense. If you don't have the horses up front to do it, you're going to be in trouble, because you don't stop the run in this defense. So, and if you can't get pressure, now you're allowing this offense to do basically whatever the hell they want to do. So, and it's hard to win football games like that. Like Waddle just said it. Caleb played his ass off. That offense, if you score 38 points, you're supposed to win the football game. So, and we did not, because we got the one takeaway. We got the one takeaway, turn it into points right away. Love that. But we're going to need more. We're going to need the 2 or 3. I said it from the beginning of this season that this is what we're going to have to get used to, because Dennis Allen was on that team with the Saints, and that Saints team, when they won the Super Bowl, they led the NFL in takeaways, but they were like 28th or 29th in stopping the run. It's just what it is. This is what that defense is. It's just you don't stop the run.
Can they win a Super Bowl?
You mentioned that, Alex, because I'm looking at my notes right now, and it's spot on. They ranked 28th in stopping the run this year. They're number 1 in the league in takeaways, obviously.
Yep.
So that's the question, guys. Like, they give up 357 yards per game and 25 points per game. Statistically, they're bottom 3rd in pretty much every category on defense, except for takeaways. They're number 1 by a decent margin. And you just listen, if you can take it away 2 or 3 times a game in the postseason, you definitely can win the Super Bowl, because your offense is championship caliber. But if the like Alex was saying, after the pick 6 on the first play of the game, if you didn't get a couple more INTs or fumble recoveries, you were in trouble. Like, they had almost 500 yards of offense. They had 6 drives of over 60 yards that all resulted in a touchdown. Like, these aren't fluke touchdowns. These are 6 touchdown drives of 60+ yards.
So can they win the Super Bowl as they're constructed defensively? Because my favorite afternoon show on the radio, Shay and Tyler, were talking today. It was actually Waddle and Sylvie. They got a caller this afternoon who said that the New York Giants were one of the worst defensive teams in the league, but Eli Manning played out of his ass, won the MVP. They found a way to win a Super Bowl despite being bad defensively.
I'd look at that. I wouldn't just take their word for that. I know they had 4 guys up front that could rush the damn quarterback, and that's how they won the Super Bowl. That's how they won. They didn't win because they were just shutting people down, no, but they rushed the quarterback, and they gave every quarterback on both of those Super Bowl runs, they gave every quarterback hell, man, including in the Super Bowl when they were punishing Tom Brady.
I think, Alex, that the Colts team that beat you guys in the Super Bowl, sorry to bring this up, but statistically was ranked comparable. But I believe on that defense, they still had guys that could get to the quarterback.
Dwight Freeney.
Freeney was on that team, right? Was Mathis on that team too?
Mathis and Freeney. Hell yeah.
So it's a great
Did
point.
they have Bob Sanders as well?
That was the difference.
Players.
Bob was the difference, I think, on their team because he was the guy that can come down and make a tackle one-on-one. I think he
was a hitter, man.
In there, he knocked the piss out of you. Like, yeah, he was. And we just – I know people want to blame, and we're talking about that particular game, and people want to blame Rex. Well, shit, he was there the whole damn season. It ain't like we went in with a different quarterback. We knew exactly what we were going into with. That's how we made it to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, we know what we're doing. Had we played better as a defense, I think we still win that football game. So it's just, I mean, we can't go back and play it. It's not basketball or damn baseball. You don't get a 7-game series. It's one game. If Peyton Manning comes out and he has a damn stomach flu that morning, I bet you nobody in Chicago gave a shit. Nobody would have cared.
No, people have been like,
nicely done. Listen, that's like, look, I've said all along, guys, I think this organization is built for success for the long run. I think 26, 27 and beyond is going to be fabulous. I'm not going to take this season for granted. I'm not going to give up hope on anything, no way, shape, or form. But the only way this team is getting to the top of the mountain this year is if, in fact, their defense is able to come up with takeaways 2-3 a game because they just can't stop people successfully enough. They're going to score points. It's a championship caliber offense. But can you take the ball away enough to mitigate what the opposing offense is going to be able to accomplish against?
Would you pick up Trayvon Diggs, who got released by Dallas surprisingly today?
I haven't seen a lot of him, Cap. I think he's played 8 games this year. That defense, that pass defense, is dead last in the league. I wouldn't place that all on his shoulders, but Al Harris knows him better than anybody. So I would say, make a call, knock on doors, do whatever you have to do. But I don't think it's a slam dunk that you bring him in and he makes.
Al Harris would know him as well as anybody. By the way, Samo80 said the defense was not brutal. The team had not punted in a month, the Niners. It didn't turn the ball over, but our defense forced both. Samo, you give up 42 freaking points. Your defense was
500 yards.
Take off and 500 yards. Take off the rose-colored flipping glasses. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's it. It's going to be very hard. Actually, you can't convince me that you're going to take up for somebody or for a team that gave up 500 yards on offense. They gave up 40-something points. I'm not doing that. That's not the Chicago way. We play defense, and we did not play defense. But we're 11-5.
Yeah.
I mean, we're 11-5 with the same defense, so we know how to play. Go back through the 11 wins, and you can see 3 games where we took the ball away 2-3 times in a row, 3 games in a row, right? Can we do it? Sure. I mean, you look at the teams that we're playing. I'm not. You put any pressure on Sam Darnold, he's gonna throw you the ball. I watched the Atlanta Falcons where I live here in Atlanta. I know how shitty that team is. And they just smoked. They were giving the Rams hell all last night, right? So you look at the teams that we have to play. I mean, I don't see San Francisco. You've done that, right? You went and played them already. Look at it. Y'all brought up the Giants. Look at it like this. That same Giants team that people bring up, the Patriots scored 40-some points, I want to say, the last game of the season that year. And then they played each other again in the Super Bowl, and the Patriots only scored 14 points. It's just learning from what you're seeing. So if you got to go back there and play, now they're not scared of that. They actually know they can go there and win. They flew back from San Francisco to Chicago believing that they let one get away.
Yeah.
So if you get the opportunity to go back and play there, I believe that team truly believes they can go in there and beat them boys the next time they play them. And I hope that they get a chance to. I do not want to go to Seattle and play. I don't want to go there with that defense. I don't want to go there. That's a tough one right there.
All right, here's our Winging It, brought to you by Hooters. Hooters Winging It. Caleb Williams numbers: 25 of 42, 330 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 runs for 18 yards. Second half, 19 of 30 for 222. OriginalHooters.com. Find one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. And the 3 of us next Tuesday night, we'll have our final remote show of the season. Can't believe the season has gone this fast. We'll be at the Hooters by O'Hare next Tuesday night. So your guys' thoughts on Caleb Williams, because a year ago, I'm listening to the Chris Cantys of the world and all these national analysts. Caleb Williams is
Stop listening to him. Stop listening to him. Yes. They don't watch the film. So, don't hang your hat on what those folks have to say.
And now I've always been in Caleb's corner. I like this kid. And now with Ben Johnson, you're seeing a rocket ship that's leaving the launch pad. That kid looks amazing. What did you guys think of him last week?
It's an amazing time, honestly. I think that it's an amazing time to be a Bears fan, honestly. I think as long as we can keep 18 standing and we got a team in Hallis Hall that can continue to build around him, I think we'll be competitive for the next 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
And that's something that we haven't been able to say around here, I don't think ever, because we've never had that quarterback to be able to build around. So we had to get everything else right. So when you look at our team and you had to get Peanut right, you had to get Lance Briggs right, you had to get Adewale Ogunleye back right. When you trade your top offensive player to Miami and you bring Ogunleye in, you have to get that stuff right. You got to get Urlacher right. You got to hope that Mike Brown can stay healthy for 16 games. You got to hope that Tommy Harris can stay healthy for 16 games. Like, you got to get everything right on the defensive side, and then we can be competitive. Whereas now you have a quarterback that you don't have to get everything right. We've seen it a ton. We saw it in Indianapolis. I'm not saying the kid's Peyton Manning. What I'm saying is he can cover up blemishes on an offense because of his talent. And the moment that Peyton Manning went out, they drafted Andrew Luck. That means they had the number 1 pick, so they were terrible. So he has that ability to be able to cover up some inefficiencies or some deficiencies that you have on offense. Be happy as hell that we finally got one. We got what everybody been praying for a very long time. We have a true franchise quarterback that I would be shocked if we don't win a Super Bowl with him. I will be.
Not only does he clean up some of the offensive messes, he cleans up some of the defensive messes. Mm-hmm. You've won 11 games this year with a defense that gives up 357 yards and 26 points per game. Like, they rank bottom 3rd in all statistical categories on defense except for takeaways. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that is the doing of the offense, which is led by Caleb Williams. I said earlier, you've got the quarterback, you've got the coach, you've got a future. And the great thing about this is, look, I love Ben Johnson more than I love my own kids, okay?
Wow.
Too much about Ben or enough
I can understand it. I get it.
My kids every now and again, they're not kids, they're adults, Alex. Like, that's the problem. Like, they're 32, 30, 29, and, whatever. So, but no, I mean, the point is that, look, I got a coach, I got a quarterback, I got a future. I got a quarterback that is making plays, that's shown you that he's got the clutch gene. And in the process, he's completed less than 60% of his passes in 11 games. Like, that doesn't demoralize me. That just makes me more excited about the future, because I know that number is going to go up. I don't think it's ever going to reach 70% the way that Ben said that's our goal. I think it's going to settle in at
That's not who he is.
64, 65. But he's going to be one of the best playmaking quarterbacks there is in the league. He's going to have that clutch gene, and he's going to mitigate some of that want in terms of the completion percentage by his ability just to change games with the way he plays. So, like, look, I think the coach can also improve. As much as I love the coach, I don't think his time management is where it will eventually be.
No.
Like Andy Reid sucked at time management when he
For
was
a long time.
an early coach in a league. It takes time to learn how to do all of it. So I guess the moral of the story for me is I got a coach that I believe in who still can improve. I got a quarterback that I love who can still improve. They've won 11 games and they're the number 2 seed.
All right, real quick, let me hit this. It's our vertical catch of the game. Vertical in business since 1985. They fixed my fireplace. They can help you out. They can do the chimney cleaning, masonry work, gas logs like I've got. Verticalchimney.com. It's the Colston Loveland 36-yard TD catch to tie the game at 21 when Caleb Williams knew, I got a free play. I'm going to look like Aaron Rodgers. Get out of the pocket. Bam, a dart. An absolute frozen rope. Touchdown.
Gosh, this is like, let's enjoy this. Please enjoy that. We have a quarterback in that situation, and he didn't check the damn football down.
Yeah.
Like, he actually took advantage of the play, understanding that if I throw an interception, it's going to come back anyway. We're good. I've seen this happen. He took a shot, and you got guys that are going to the end zone that are trying to get open because they also understand it. I absolutely love what Waddle just said. Yeah, you got 2 young people, like a young coach, first-time head coach that is going to get better. You got a quarterback that is going to get better.
Correct.
He may not reach 70%, but holy shit, if he do, he might win MVP. Like, he really might win it.
By the way, I was arguing. I'm in Wisconsin. I was arguing while I was wearing my I'll show you guys that in a minute. But I was arguing with one of my neighbors out here because I had my
Were you wearing your Bears Speedo? Is that what you were doing?
No, I was wearing this.
Please don't show us that.
I was wearing my cheese grater hat outside with a Take That Green Bay hoodie on. Yes. And he's like, oh, you know you'd rather have Jordan Love. I said, are you out of your freaking mind?
Oh, no,
Jordan Love. Jordan Love. I said, I got 2 sources that tell me Caleb's a better player right now. My right eye and my left eye. Period.
We got the best quarterback in the North, man. We got one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC, and I think it'll be easy to say.
We have a top 10 quarterback in the NFL right 100%. Now.
I think so.
All right, let's.
Well, and as important or more important, you have a coach, because coaching matters, that can take him where he needs to go. Because all you got to do is watch him play with the other staff last year, where he's not doing all the stuff he is doing now. So, you have to also, you got to combine them both. A lot of these quarterbacks in the league wouldn't be as good as they are if you don't pair them with guys that develop them correctly.
No question.
That he's the head coach, right? I mean, that matters. I want people to understand that matters.
He's not leaving as the coordinator or quarterback.
Correct. Because he's not going anywhere. Yeah, I'm hearing you. I mean, you got Dan Quinn that was a quarterback, and I know he's a good coach. But up in Washington, his offensive coordinator is going to leave at some point. Then what? It's just like you don't want that guy to leave. So
I never believed the Bears would do it, but that man in the middle right there in the red ski hat, because he hasn't washed his hair in a month, Tommy Waddle was all over getting Ben Johnson from the get-go. I just never believed. The Bears chartered a jet to get Darnell Wright out there. They wouldn't let Ryan Poles fly in first class.
Okay, Cap, I said this today on the radio, and it's a very good point. I've told my kids, Alex, the entire lives, you don't get extra credit for not doing drugs. It's what's expected, right? I'm not going to give you extra credit for not doing drugs. As much as I love this organization, I'm not giving you extra credit for flying Darnell Wright first class. It's what you should have been doing.
Not first class. They chartered a plane.
I'm sorry. You're right. It's what they should have been doing for the last 15 years. Mm-hmm. So while I'm excited about it, I appreciate it, and business is doing differently, I'm not going to give you credit for doing something that 29 to 30 of the other teams in the league are going to do.
We flew Dan Quinn on a goddamn coach seat in the middle of the back of the plane in the last row.
They didn't fly me at all. Hell, I had to get my own U-Haul and drive to Chicago. So, hey.
Business is different. All right, we'll take our quick timeout. We'll come right back. It's Studio 41, best home remodeling showroom in the world.
The fuck is on your head?
Our family had been talking about redoing the kitchen for a long time. Studio 41 had all the pieces I wanted.
With Studio 41, we found their prices competitive. They helped us stay on budget.
They spent a lot of time with me in the studio, and I got to touch and feel things.
Our big fear was if you go online, who's standing behind the product? Studio 41 had the best selection, and they took her ideas and brought it to life.
It was everything I dreamed it could be.
Visit studio41.com to find a showroom near you.
At Vertical Chimney Care, our goal is to keep you warm and safe. Since 1985, we've been doing just that, providing our Chicagoland neighbors value, reliability, and peace of mind. From chimney cleanings and flue liners to fireplace rebuilds and restorations, the chimney technicians and expert masons deliver top-quality inspections, maintenance, and repairs using the latest fire safety technology with quality you can trust. At Vertical, we aim to treat every home like it's our own home. Vertical. Trusted by homeowners, built on care.
Okay, we're just here for dishwashers.
Just a dishwasher.
All right, it is our Dr. Pepper play of the game. Just like our Chicago Bears pleasing your taste buds since 1985, a combo of 23 flavors. Grab an ice cold, refreshing Dr. Pepper at a McDonald's near you. It's Juwan Jennings' 38-yard game-winning TD catch from Brock Purdy. The Bears had kicked the field goal to go in front. The Niners get the 38-yard touchdown, and that is your ball game. Guys, thoughts on that? Because I thought when Chris Collinsworth said that field goal may come back to haunt the Bears, I knew he was right, and that's what bothered me.
We had a chance. I mean, we had a chance in that drive to make plays and get off that field. We needed to get off the field, and we couldn't do it. I mean, it was even on that particular play. I mean, there was bad angles taken. I mean, they got to make that tackle. And you take a bad angle, and even a guy like Juwan Jennings, who I'm not afraid of at all. I mean, he's an okay receiver. He's fine, but he's not. You don't go into a game and alter your game plan according to Juwan Jennings. So you have to be able to go up and make that play on him. But in that drive, we had plenty of chances to make some plays to get off the field. I think there was a 3rd and long there they converted. We got to get off the field. And in these games, which is what we're headed to. Right? In the playoffs, you're not playing the Jets or Miami or those teams. You're not playing them. Okay? You're not playing sorry-ass Minnesota. You're not playing them now. Now you got to play all playoff teams that really, they're all there because they can win. So you have to make these plays. And if we're not able to, then we're going to go home early. If we are, we got a shot.
Tommy, didn't we have a penalty for an illegal use of hands? Not on the interception by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Did Jervon Dexter have one?
It was a 2nd down. It was going to be a 3rd down. It turned into a 1st down because of an illegal hands to the face penalty. It was a legit call.
Yeah.
I mean, he got his hands underneath the face.
What did you think of the C.J. Gardner-Johnson penalty on the interception?
It's going to get called. I mean, those. It's just the reality of the NFL. There's a lot of plays that are. A lot of hits on quarterbacks that you look at and go, I can't believe they threw a flag, but by the letter of the law, it is a penalty. So, look, you're going to get hit by some of those. So, I thought defensively, I thought you had an opportunity to make a stop, as Alex said, and you just didn't do it. Conversely, I think Shanny was shocked that they scored as quickly as they did. Maybe he shouldn't have been. But I don't think he wanted to score as fast as he did and leave Caleb Williams in that offense with as much time. I think a good conversation to have, though, guys, is as well as Ben Johnson has done preparing his team and putting game plans together and calling plays, I thought that the time management at the end of the game, is something that we could talk about. I don't think you ever want to lose a game because you run out of time, not downs. You know what I mean? They ran out of time. They still had downs. You go back to the Green Bay game 3 weeks ago, and they lost because they didn't make a play on fourth down. Here, they didn't make a play on second down. So, look, I'm not going to – I love the coach, as I said earlier. I thought that, I think they called a timeout after getting a first down. I think what it was, or maybe it was they wanted to collect themselves, whatever it was, they burned a timeout, which left them with none. I think that's one of those situations where the coach is going to look back and say, yeah. And I think he did. He said at the end of the day on that final play, I didn't get the play in fast enough. And so I think the time management, the clock management, these are all things that, a good young team, they're still got, they have room to improve on.
There's a bunch of people like this guy here, the Scrolls 9190. Tell me you know nothing about football without telling me you know nothing about football. I appreciate DA helping Ben acclimate to the HC head coach position, but he has to go. We can't risk wasting another year of Caleb's rookie contract bringing this defense back. This isn't on Dennis Allen. He doesn't have the horses. Come on, man. I mean, what are we doing here?
He got a lot of money on that defense, man. He got some players over there. I think it's the defense. I think it's the scheme and the way Chicago looks at football. They want a dominant defense. You're not going to get that with this particular scheme. I don't think so. I think he has some really good players at each level. When we're talking about defensive line, linebacker.
Who gets to the quarterback? Nobody.
Okay, we traded for a guy that had 12, 13 sacks. He's not doing that job now. He's not that guy right now.
He didn't last year either under a different system.
Well, he was hurt last year. Let's not do that. He was hurt last year, but the year before he led 2 teams in sacks. So I think the guy still can play. I think you can still get some plays out of him. But we don't have anybody on the other side, so you got to help him. He's not really that guy anymore that can go beat 2 guys and beat a team that's scheming for him. So we need some other guys to show up, and we haven't had that. Dexter was showing up early in the season, but we have to be able to get to the quarterback, and that's been a sore spot for this defense the entire year. Stopping the run and rushing the quarterback. You're going to have to get help. That has to be the focus for Ryan Poles and that team he has up at Hallis Hall. That has to be a focus this offseason.
Tommy, this comment here, Jesse, he needs to blitz more. Jordan Love beats your ass when you blitz.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Like what I would do against a quality opponent is I would sit back and make them go the length of the field and try to force them into making a mistake. You saw that. Like the last thing you want to do, especially with some of the injuries they've had in their secondary, is allow speed receivers to get matched up with safeties. We saw that with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, with Christian Watson.
Yep.
Yeah, we saw a ton of that. You don't want to have that happen. In fact, I think if you go back and look at the second game they played against Green Bay, they did sit back a little bit more. They hit some deep crossers, but mostly with the tight ends and some of their possession receivers, they never really got Christian Watson behind the defense because I thought they were much more aware of that's how they were going to get beat. So, I think that's the way they're going to have to approach all of this. The remaining games that they do have on their schedule, the regular season and then the postseason, I think you're going to have to sit back, catch, and force. And at that point, you're going to get into the postseason. You got quality quarterbacks. You got guys that can take you the length of the field. But I think it's their only option without, getting much, pass rush from their front four.
Just go back. I mean, everybody that's watching, just go back and watch the game. Just go back and look at the game and just look at the opportunities that we had. When you make a team, it's very hard for a team to go 13 plays down the field and not make a mistake. Yes. Mistake being not just throwing an interception, but a mistake is getting into 2nd and 13, 2nd and 15. So you get a sack, you get a tackle for loss on a run play on first down. Those are mistakes, and you put them behind the sticks. That's a lot of what we did when we played, because we didn't believe you can run 12 plays without us making a play and putting you in a bad position. So, and we saw that on the first play of the game. We just didn't have any more of that. Later in the game, if you watch the game, you'll see We had opportunities to get Brock Purdy on the ground. We did not do it, and he immediately made us pay for it. If we can get him on the ground, then that puts them in a worse situation trying to get the first down. So I like it. I know I know people don't want to hear, oh, we're not being aggressive. If we are aggressive, then Caleb needs to play like an MVP because we are going to have to score 40 points.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do it.
Let's do our Chevy drive of the game. 7 plays, 75 yards, took 307. Ends with that pass we just talked about a minute ago. 38 yards, Purdy to Jennings, the eventual game winner. Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are the official truck partner of the Chicago Bears. When you can hand the ball off to Christian McCaffrey, and then you have Tonjes without Kittle in there playing really well. Trent Williams goes out on the first play of the game. I went, okay, you got a pick 6 on the first play. You knocked out maybe the best left tackle in football. All-pro tight end isn't there. Their all-pro pass rusher isn't there. Okay, you're going to win this game. I was surprised they didn't see McCaffrey go down with a hamstring.
Listen, yeah, it's the reason why Alex and I have both said the only way you're getting to the top of the mountain this year is if you continue to take the ball away. I mean, like, that's just the reality. And look, we could sit here and pound on the defense all day long. They're just not good enough right now. They're not. They can't hold up to their offensive talent.
Can they get there?
To the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
If
Who in the NFC, Tommy, do you really look at and go, yeah, we may not be good enough, but they're not either?
No, I agree. I think that, parity is the key word in the NFC. If Alex talked about it, if you watch the Rams play the Falcons last night, I thought the Rams were the most complete team in the league. They have not played well recently. Seattle plays excellent defense. They run the ball well. I don't trust their quarterback. Philadelphia, everyone's excited about what they've done recently. Which of their 18 offensive yards in the second half against the Bills was your favorite?
Right.
I mean, like, they didn't have a first down in fucking the second half of that game. Like, I appreciate them. I respect them, but I'm not scared of them. So, like, I mean, it's crazy what this NFL and this NFC has presented you. There is a ton of parity. You can get there, but you're going to have to win shootouts, and you're going to have to continue to take the ball away. Do you guys realize, here's a trivia question for you. Who's the last team in the NFL that led the league in takeaways and fewest turnovers, which the Bears currently have done both so far? They have turned it over the fewest number of times on offense. They've taken away the most. Which team, the last team in the NFL, can lay claim to that?
It's got to be the Patriots with Tom Brady.
Okay, you got the Patriots. What year?
2008 or 9.
2010 Patriots. The last team to lead the league in takeaways and fewest turnovers. They got beat in the first round by the Jets, 28-21.
Oh, that was Rex Ryan back then with that abusive Mark Sanchez at quarterback.
That's you with the commentary.
They can do it. They can do it. I think they can do it. I think once you get to the playoffs, somebody brought it up earlier. You don't have to be the best team. Winning the Super Bowl is not being the best team.
I watched the Carolina Panthers roll into Chicago, and they were not the best team. I thought the Bears were, and Steve Smith is still catching passes. Beat the shit out of your team. They were not the best team.
Listen, they were the best team. We had the best defense. Steve Smith caught 10, 12 passes the game we beat them 10-3, but we sacked the damn quarterback 9 times in that game. So it's like we didn't do that time. We don't score points in 05. We didn't score points. This team can score points. If you can get, I tell you what, I think it would be for the NFC. If the Bears get 2 takeaways, I'm taking the Bears in every one of the games in the NFC. If they get 2 takeaways. So that's how important I think takeaways are for this particular football team. They have to take the ball away, take away 2 possessions from the offense, from the opposing offense, and I think they'll win every one of the games.
Yeah, I agree with Alex. And think about the importance of the takeaways. Like their takeaways haven't all just been like willy-nilly.
Mhm.
Go back to the Eagles game. Deshaun Wright takes the ball out of the hands of Jalen Hurts
Yeah.
at the 12-yard line
Mhm.
in a crucial moment, which completely flips the momentum of the game. Go back to the first Green Bay Packer game. Deshaun Wright takes the ball out of the hands of Josh Jacobs at the 3-yard line as they're about to punch it in. And it changes the entire momentum and feel of the game. So Alex is 100% right. Everything can be going against you. But if you get a turnover or two, especially at the right time, you can completely disrupt the flow of the game.
By the way, Steve Smith in a 13-3 loss in 05 to the Chicago Bears, 14 catches for $169. And then in the playoff upset.
Whoa, don't do that. Don't do that. He has 0 touchdowns. You got to say that because you're going to tell how many touchdowns he caught in the playoffs.
Well, when I don't say touchdowns, it means he didn't get me. 14 for 169 and no touchdowns.
Thank you.
In a 13-3 loss to the Bears in 2005. In the playoff upset at Soldier Field, 12 catches for 218 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yep, and he got one of them when Charles Tillman goes out. Charles Tillman gets hurt on a play. He goes out. They had called the play. Breaking the huddle. Steve Smith is over there on this kid. I don't remember his name. He looks over and they changed the play.
Thompson? Was it Chris Thompson or
It
Chris
might have
Williams?
been Thompson. It might have been Thompson, yes. And he falls down. Steve Smith walks in the end zone on a 60-yard touchdown. It's like, what are we doing, guys? Like, what the hell is happening right now? So I tell you, we going into that game, Ron Rivera refused because we didn't do it. That's not what we did. We ain't doubling nobody. We're gonna do our job. We're gonna make you change shit. So we didn't double him, and then we sat at home the next week and watched Seattle double and triple team him, and Seattle went to the Super Bowl. And it's like, holy smokes, like, God, that's all we needed to do? Jeez. And he just, like, they took him out of the game. And DeLone couldn't do anything.
By the way.
Cap, in that game, I think Steve Smith had, what'd you say, 10 catches?
12 in the playoffs.
He had 12.
And 20 of these to all of you, because that's just the type of guy he was.
No question. By the way, people asking where I got this hoodie, you can actually get it on Amazon. This is the collab. Jonathan Owens and I believe Nashawn Wright did this hoodie. I think it's more Jonathan Owens, but Nashawn.
Is that the one that Ben Johnson was wearing?
Yes. Yes. Guff bought him for me, him. I think he got one for Katie, Matt. So anyway, you can get him on Amazon.
Should have bought you a couch that was prefabbed.
It's all fab now.
It's all fab now.
Yeah.
Because you complain like a child.
Oh, man.
Hey,
all right.
Social media is super, super.
No, isn't it, Alex? Like he cried like a fucking baby, and someone came over to his house and built his couch because he's pussy and he can't do it himself.
You're right. You're 100% right. And I would stand listening.
Hey, if my social media was that strong, I would do it too. Hell, I complain like hell. Hey, come on over here and get this shit done. Because I don't want to do it. I don't want to sit there and put in every damn screw. And then when I sit down, the damn chair shake because I didn't do it quite right. So, hell yeah.
And it's sweet. I'll be up on that couch in about 10 minutes. Oh, man. All right. We got 2 other sponsored segments. Our special teams play of the game.
Oh,
it's not really a play. It's a player.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Torrey Taylor, 58.7 average per punt that put the Bears defense in good position. The problem is the defense did not have a good night. They had a bad night. When voices tell us you can't or you won't, we simply say, I did. Partner with our great friends at Special Olympics, Illinois. So I did. Learn more at SOILL.org.
We just find any way. We find any way He doesn't. He plays 6 plays a game. He doesn't affect the game that much.
It's
we
a
find
special segment. It's the specialties player of the game. Who are you giving it to?
Give it to the did Santos do anything? Did he make an extra point? Did he make a field goal? Anything?
Did he always get field goal and he made some extra points?
Then he always gets it. Or give it to the last.
I would have given it. He had a field goal and how many extra points? 4. He had
5.
No, a 5.
Yep.
So he had 8 points. I didn't give it to him.
We just gave it to him the last 3 weeks.
Doesn't matter. See, you get bored. See, that's why. See, and there we go. You're a Chicago guy too, and that's why Michael Jordan didn't win more MVPs, because people like you, y'all get bored of greatness. Stop it.
Screw this. I'm bringing myself into this. I asked him specifically, Cairo Santos's one field goal that was the difference in the game, quite honestly, or Torrey Taylor's 58-7, and he went Torrey Taylor. I'm just saying, back to the show. I'm just putting that out there. I'm sick of getting walked over every week for the awards.
He always trying to find a way.
Cap.
So it was his suggestion that it was Torrey Taylor.
It's never Torrey Taylor. It's never Torrey Taylor.
No, there you go.
Never Torrey Taylor. Ever.
The answer to all of your questions is never Torrey Taylor.
Correct.
He was booming that ball.
Yeah, It's a 4th round pick, man. Please.
How many times did he punt?
Whoever gets picked in the 4th round that's any good. Oh, sorry, Al.
Yeah. And hey, listen, you got to give. I have more of an effect on the damn football games than he does.
That's true.
When you talk about getting punted, you're going to get your ass punted, Cap.
That's true. All right, let's preview the Detroit Lions in the regular season finale Sunday. 3:25, we get Burkhardt and Brady again. In our Illinois Tollway look ahead, Bears playing for either the 2 or the 3 seed. Bears fans, let's be real. Whether you're heading to Soldier Field, cruising down I-90, road tripping out of state, nobody likes sitting in line at the tolls, and that's where iPass comes in. With iPass, you save 50% on Illinois tollways, work seamlessly on all Easy Pass roads across the country. No more invoices, no more waiting, just automatic payments and alerts when your balance is low. The fastest and easiest way to hit the road and save money while you're at it. So if you're a true Chicago fan who loves speed and efficiency, join the team that always wins. Sign up for iPass today. All right, the Lions may not be at full strength. They certainly are going to probably make some business decisions in certain aspects. It's understandable. They're done. They're devastated. They're out. They're not going to the playoffs. What do you think happens?
I'm passionate about this. I'm sorry to interrupt, but look, the Lions have lost 3 in a row. They've lost 4 of 5. They've lost 7 of 11. Their offensive line is a mess. They're banged up. They can't protect Goff. He's been sacked 36 times. He's been sacked 8 times the last 2 weeks. They can't run the football at this particular time. Defensively, they've got a good pass rush. Their secondary is decimated. I think it's a really cute battle cry. We want to beat Ben Johnson. Well, maybe if your team didn't stink right now, I'd be worried about that. Like, I don't give out guarantees. I won't give out a guarantee here, but I will say this. The Bears are playing to win. They want to secure the 2nd seed. I don't give a shit how bad the Lions want to beat Ben. I think Ben wants to beat them because they hung 50 on him in week 2. If you don't beat this Lions team in your building, shame on you, because they're not a good football team right now, not nearly what they were weeks ago. And you still need this game. I think they still want to get Caleb that 4,000-yard mark as well. I don't think it's at the top of their list of things to do, but I do think it's on Ben's list. I think Ben wants to beat his former team. I think this is a game that they will go out there and control from the opening snap.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think they're going to play. Honestly, I think Amon-Ra St. Brown has a knee that he's been battling the last few weeks, so maybe longer. I'm not sending Jahmyr Gibbs out there. I'm not doing it. We are 1 week at that point. We are 3 hours from getting him into the offseason and making sure he's healthy, going back into the season. I don't think they come out in their full strength. This game means nothing. It's not like they're going to knock us out of the playoffs if they do beat us. It's not going to happen. So I think Caleb's going to get the 270 yards that he needs. Yep. I think we're going to win the football game. We'll be a 2 seed. I want to say it's Green Bay that's locked into the 7. So we're going to have to beat shit out of Green Bay again. So that's what I see happening. I don't think the Lions play, though. No, and if they do come into play, I'm with Waddle. I think they still have the same talented players. So you can't go in there pussyfooting around. And because, yes, Jahmyr Gibbs can still take 80 yards on you. So you got to make sure you go in ready to play. But I don't think they're a very good football team right now. I think we'll beat them anyway. I just saw it. I'm taking the Bears -3. And that's what I'm doing.
I'm with you, Alex. I was shocked, honestly, to see prior to later this afternoon, it was 2.5. And
Wow.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like, our team has a lot to play for. I don't know how Detroit's defense is going to slow this passing game down. Anything can happen in this league. Like I said, I won't give you any guarantees. I expect this Bears team to win convincingly and then maybe motor it down a little bit in the second half. But I'm with Alex. I don't think the Lions come out here and put out this fabulous effort because they're defending their head coach and they want to beat Ben Johnson. I think the opposite's true. I think Ben wants to hang a big number on them because they got 50 hung on them in week 2.
The latest from Dan Campbell, he said, we're not playing for the playoffs, but there's still things we can find out. But he said, I'm going to expect the guys we put out there to give everything they have, but we're pretty riddled right now, injury-wise. Guys who are not minor are not going to play.
No, and listen, again, they've lost 3 in a row, 4 of 5, and 7 of 11. They're not a good football team right now, and they're going to sit guys. There's no excuse for this Bears team not to roll this group.
I agree. And honestly, when we're talking about the deficiencies that we have, you can actually go into this game and actually get some confidence in rushing the quarterback. If you can come away from this game and you're humming and you got 5 sacks in this game, now you go into that the playoffs feeling good about yourself in a part of the team that we think is a weakness. So get out there and rush the quarterback, get to the quarterback, start feeling good about yourself, get the quarterback to the ground.
All right, predicted score, because I think the game's going over 50. I do. I think the Bears are scoring a lot of points.
I think the Bears double them up. I'm going 34-17. I don't think it's going to be a close game. I really don't.
I was 37-17. First numbers came to mind. I think we beat the shit out of them. But I do think I don't think he plays his guys. I hope they don't get 17. I honestly hope our defense go out there and really shut them out. Just blow them up. So that's what I'm hoping for.
All right. Guys, have a wonderful rest of your evening. A happy, healthy New Year.
Happy New Year, fellas.
2 of you on Tuesday night at Hooters O'Hare. Final remote show. And then we'll have a playoff show.
What? Yes.
Time.
Let's go.
Let's go. And congrats to Olin Kreutz and his family. The Illini won tonight. Beat another overrated SEC team.
Oh, wow.
The Big Ten continues to flex their muscles.
The Big Ten, yeah. Olin, congrats, man. Congrats. As long as Olin's kid there, I have nothing to say about – it's nothing bad to say about Illinois football.
Got 2 starters.
Great job.
2 sons starting.
Yeah. Yep. Good job. I'm not going to say anything. Yep.
That's it. And tomorrow night, my Buckeyes. Let's go.
You're a Buckeye fan with that damn Notre Dame helmet in the back, huh? Okay.
Notre Dame. What Notre Dame helmet?
That's a Green Bay helmet. That's
no,
a
it's not Green Bay.
Well, what is it then? What helmet is it?
It says the greatest linebacker ever. That's his high school helmet. That says Dick Butkus.
Okay, I'm hanging up now. This is
good night.
See, why you do that? Why you do that? You are like Dick Butkus is third. He might be third.
No, look at the helmet right there. What's that say? HU. What is that?
It looks like Harvard, but it's my
Hogwarts,
helmet.
Hogwarts University.
Hogwarts University. That's about right.
That's my helmet.
Yeah. Good luck to your $30 million. Hey, good luck to your $30 million non-Big Ten champs. Wrap this show up. These guys got to go.
All right, we're out of here. That is Studio 41, Football Recap Live. Happy New Year. Take that.
Hey, yep.
Studio 41, Football Recap Live is brought to you by Studio 41, Home Design Showroom. 13 locations, studio41.com. Vertical, in business since 1985. Chicago's chimney experts for chimney cleanings, masonry work, gas logs, verticalchimney.com. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, the official truck partner of the Chicago Bears. Hooters. At Hooters, originality isn't just one thing, it's everything. World famous wings and more, served up by the iconic Hooters girl. Hooters, always original. Dr. Pepper, an American original, just like our Chicago Bears. Grab an ice cold, refreshing Dr. Pepper today at a McDonald's near you. Special Olympics Illinois. Special Olympics Illinois, so I did. Learn more at SOILL.org. Apt. For the best appliances for football season, shop at Apt. Pleasing people since 1936. Find them at apt.com. Four Seasons, heating, plumbing, air conditioning, and electric. For all the right reasons, Four Seasons. The Illinois Tollway. If you're a true Chicago fan who loves speed and efficiency, join the team that always wins. Sign up for iPass today. Driving to the Bears game? Get a 50% discount on your tolls with iPass.
Our family had been talking about redoing the kitchen for a long time. Studio 41 had all the pieces I wanted.
With Studio 41, we found their prices competitive. They helped us stay on budget.
They spent a lot of time with me in the studio, and I got to touch and feel things.
Our big fear was if you go online, who's standing behind the product? Studio 41 had the best selection, and they took her ideas and brought it to life.
It was everything I dreamed it could be.
Visit studio41.com to find a showroom near you.
At Vertical Chimney Care, our goal is to keep you warm and safe. Since 1985, we've been doing just that, providing our Chicagoland neighbors value, reliability, and peace of mind. From chimney cleanings and flue liners to fireplace rebuilds and restorations, the chimney technicians and expert masons deliver top quality inspections, maintenance, and repairs using the latest fire safety technology with quality you can trust. At Vertical, we aim to treat every home like it's our own home. Vertical. Trusted by homeowners, built on care.
Okay, we're just here for dishwashers.
Just a dishwasher.